What's good, YouTube family? Engineer Pat 5290 coming to you with the July Q&A responses. Let me tell y'all one thing. This has been one great Q&A. Let me say I got a lot of interesting questions, and I can't wait to see what you guys have for me in store. So let's kick off the July Q&A responses. We're going to go ahead and start from oldest to newest, and we'll go from there. All right. Let me make sure this is all the way. Yep. Stephen Wivenberry, Stephen Wivy Baby Channel. I still cannot get that right. I think this is one of my good buddies. He kicks it off. Have you ever been to the Steamtown National Historic Site? No, I haven't, but I will do some research on that. It sounds like a pretty cool place. Are you going to see the NW 611 at Strasburg Railroad in late September? Don't know yet. Do you predict that the 4014 will come to Tennessee like 844 did? Not sure. Oh, the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad 1702 or the Great Western 90? The 1702 because I actually went there last summer. The B&O or the C&O? The B&O I think is the better half. Pennsylvania with the N&W. I like the Pennsylvania Railroad because of the GG1 and also their green and their green paint. I also like their black and their red, but the Norfolk and Western for the win because of the high hood locomotives. Favorite NS paint scheme? I'm going to get to that in just a minute. The original to current NS. I like both. The original was pretty because it was just different because it was red and mix of different colors, and the current black is cool, especially with the horsehead logo that was released in 2004. Are you going to rail fan the Old Southern in Austell, Georgia? I've been thinking of maybe going further down on the Old Southern. Would you like if NS made 8099 tuxedo paint? No, because to me it looks better in the crescent green. Favorite PRR paint scheme? Oh yes, I like the green and the Tuscan red. Favorite Amtrak train? I like the Piedmonts, the Crescents, and the Carolinians. Then the Northeast Regionals and the Pennsylvanian. Which NS Heritage units have you seen the most? I have actually seen a couple of them at least twice. The Central Railroad of New Jersey. I have seen the Lackawanna twice, and I have also seen the Wabash twice, and the Illinois Terminal twice. If you're going to see ATSF 2926, not sure. UP 844 for Milwaukee 2601, UP 844. UP or CSX, I gotta take Union Pacific here. CN or KCS, CN for the win. Strasburg or the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad? Oh, that's a killer question. I've been to both. I like both because they have the steam programs. GP16 or the GP7, GP7 for the win. UP 844 or 4014, definitely 4014. Favorite steam locomotive of the Western American Scenic Railroad, 1309. So that is Stephen Wibby Bibby Channel. Now the next one, BNSF Bishop comes in, doing fine on this beautiful day. Thoughts on precision schedule railroading? I really have no opinions about it. I've been asked that a couple of different times by rail fans I've come across. I really don't have a good answer for me. I know it's trimming costs down, but if it works for the railroad, then more power to them. Pizza Hut or Domino's? Has to be Domino's. Favorite MLB baseball team? Baltimore Orioles. Which looks better, the 80 Mac in War Bonnet or the ET44AH in Southern Pacific colors? I prefer the 80 Mac in the War Bonnet scheme, I think. The purpose of the GP60Bs, that's a good question. Santa Fe ordered those. They ordered the GP60Ms and they ordered the GP60Bs to provide additional power. So basically it was like an A-B set like the F7A, F7B, like A-BBA set. So basically EMD brought that back with the GP6. So it was a windowless locomotive. It was powered by control through the head locomotive. Have you been inside of a locomotive? I've been inside Western Maryland 502. That's a GP30. Hunter Evans comes in. Glad to see you back. Thank you, BS and Bishop, for the questions, and thank you for contributing to all my Q&As. Hunter Evans comes back in. Hey, what's good, buddy? 3 questions for you. 2 are mini loud thing related. Ooh, okay. Favorite mini loud thingy horn? I have to go with Grover. Favorite mini loud thingy truck? Oh, man. That's a killer question. You're killing me. I like any old truck with a mini loud thing. If it's International, Ford, GMC, you name it. Favorite train on the Old Southern? For the passengers, it has to be the Carolinian and the Crescent. And for the freights, has to be on the Old Southern Main now, NS 154, NS 214, 212, and 204. So thank you, Hunter, for the questions. Next list of questions comes from Conrail 722 SD80 Mac. Thank you for coming back in, bud. Glad to see you're back on. What are your thoughts on the UP 1111? That's a beautiful locomotive. Favorite C6M scheme? I like 4000 and 4001. Favorite CSX Spirit and Emblem unit? The Spirit units, I've seen the Spirit of Waycross, the 601, and the sticker units, I'm not really impressed by them. S5T or the RS5T, I love both. Favorite steam model, Norfolk and Western J611. Do you love the sound of Notch 8 SD40-2s? I can hear that sound from today until tomorrow and every single day. I love it. Delaware and Hudson or the Sioux line? I like both. Both of them have EMD and have very beautiful paint schemes. The D&H, I love their paint scheme, but out of the Sioux line, I like the red and white with the black letters on the side. The Candy Red Apple was okay, but the Candy Red Apple looked best on the SD60 standard cab. Favorite switcher model, MP15, DC, and AC. Thoughts on 1073's new horn? And I had a question. It's a second gen K5 LLA. It sounds pretty good. 60i or the 60M. 60i because Conrail ordered more of those. K-Line or JB Hunt. I like both. What's been your best lashup on VO7? Oh man, I gotta go back a little bit on that one. I had NSBC rail lashup at one time that was good. I've had a set of UP power, set of BNSF power. I've seen CPNS lashup, so I've seen a lot of good stuff on that train. Who would win the race? UPA 44 or the Acela? I'm thinking the Acela would win on that one. Favorite music artist and what kind of music do you like? I like a little bit of everything. 50s through the 80s, a little bit of 90s, and now. I mostly like 80s, like Guns N' Roses, Van Halen, and some of the other artists out there as well. So I like mostly old music. Which do you miss more, the 60s or the 70s? I don't know because they're both interesting models. I kind of miss both. How many languages can you speak in? Just English. Although I took 5 years of Spanish, I can never speak fluent Spanish. I know a little bit of Spanish. Can you say French fries, fry 5 5 times fast? I have tried that, but I can't do it. But I'll keep working on that. Last question of his is, would you rather catch all Executive Max on VO7 or all War Bonnet Lashup on VO7? I would not mind seeing both. Those are both awesome photo opportunities for me. So thank you very much for your list of questions. I greatly appreciate it. Transcontinental Railroad Productions comes back in. Thanks for coming back in, bud. Good to see you. Who is your favorite country music artist if you have one? I actually listen to some country music. I mostly listen to like George Strait, Carrie Underwood being one of them. She's a beautiful country artist. Martina McBride, Terry Clark, Dierks Bentley, Craig Morgan, Brad Paisley, just to name a few. So thank you, sir, for your questions. Stephen KCS Railpin comes in with another list of questions. Good to see you're back, bud. Did you have a good time seeing the NS 911, CSX 911, 1776 in Spencer? Oh, absolutely. Do you prefer the old Operation Lifesaver schemes on NS or the new one? I prefer the old. The new one to me is a little too bland. CSX YN1 or YN3 has to be YN1 for the win. Nickel plate 7065 or Southern 4501, 4501. You think CSX should have sold their AC6000s to GECX or PRLX? I don't know. Have you seen the geometry train on NS? I've seen it twice. Which years have you seen while rail fanning? 0. Thoughts on CN's 100th anniversary GEVOs? They're pretty. Streamline Hudson's for New York Center PRR T1 duplexes. NYC for the win. How would you feel if CSX got heritage units? It would be nice. Have you heard of any James Bryan Coffey's train songs? Yes, I watched I Love Toy Trains as a kid. So that's a really good series. How would you feel if you caught American, Mexican, Canadian mashup all together? That would be cool. B40-8 does a GP60Ms on ATSF. Has to be the GP60M. And do you think you could do a video explanation on positive train control? In matter of fact, that is on my list to do. So that is another project in the works. So that concludes part 1. Part 2 is coming out soon. All right, thank you guys, and I'll see you back in part 2.